them at first because I'm trying to figure out how they want to talk. Oh, here we go. Okay, hold on. This may not. Oh, hold on. They're walking around behind you, in my head. So they're walking around like this, and they're like, oh, she knows I'm here. She knows that I would show up. She knows I'm here like that. Says that. Hang on. Sorry, I have to pop everything. What? So it's like, how are you, sunshine? Like, a lot of love. Very interesting. I like this. Hold on. One. I ask her what happened with her. She says, oh, we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to relive that. We are going to relive that because that's one of the things. But so that for me means that it was either really hard for them to go through, it was painful. It's going to be one or the other. And so I said, okay, so it's not something quick. She says, hang on, one. She's very like touchy to you, almost like a mothering type of aspect going on. Very like loving. Hold on. She keeps going, she needs to just know that I'm fine, fine. Hang on, one. You think that she was like one of the best people in the world and she shouldn't have died this way? Yeah. Uh-huh. She keeps going, you think you're just like, she was the best, or she was the best, or she was the best. And she's like, I know. Like she's just kind of sassy about it. Hold on. I want to ask her. She keeps telling you, and I know you do because I see it. She says, we got to get things picked up around here. We got to get things cleaned up around
Oh
here.
my
I know what.
gosh. My
That's just,
my boyfriend just moved in, so my house is trashed.
yeah,
Oh my God.
I'm looking at your thing and I'm like, it looks organized, but remember, she's walking around and she's like, we got to get things picked up here. We got
Oh
to
my
get things cleaned up around here. I'm like, okay. She says, no, she tells you to not do it for him. He needs to do it.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Is this like, this is weird. She feels so much fun. She feels like she would be an aunt, but is this like mom for you?
It's mom and yeah, it's mom.
Yeah. Yeah. She feels so much more fun than what a mother would be. That's why I'm like,
That
because
was my mom.
she has the loving and care and nurturing of mom, but she has the fun and like, we can get away with a bunch of shit like like I would with my nephew, like that, like being an aunt. Hold on, what? This is her thing. She goes, I know that my baby girl is just fine and just good. You don't let him like walk all over you. You don't let him. Hold on. So he's not signed on the house. He's free ranging it. Okay.
No,
Um, what's up with that? Is he signing on the house?
no, he's on the lease.
Perfect. Okay, cool. She goes like this. She goes, now he needs to make sure he's signed on the house. He's not free ranging it or something. I was like, that's an interesting point. I'm like, I know you're smart. You have a lot of dogs or something. I don't know. Hold on. Do you have dogs and cats?
I just have a dog.
Oh, weird. She keeps talking about the house is like a zoo, and I have no idea why. Maybe that just goes along with everything everywhere. Hold on, we'll figure out what this is. Zoo doesn't necessarily mean bad. It can also mean crazy in a good way.
Yeah.
Hold on. What? I want to ask her. Your mom is talking to a dog in my head just because of how we talk to an animal. That's how it sounds. Are Is the dog too big to sleep on the bed, or is it to where we are like fighting with getting enough room for the dog on the bed?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she shows me two. She shows me dog, she shows me room, and she shows me it being like
It's fine.
uncomfortable. And so I'm like, I don't know if it's too big or if it's uncomfortable. Okay, cool. Hold on. That's her baby. That's her everything. Yeah, it's her. says. She says that what? You want kids?
I do. I do.
Yeah. She goes like this. I go, what do you want to bring up? She goes, she's worried about having kids. I said, why is she worried about having kids? Like, what's going on with that? And she says that, like, I feel like, I don't know, I want you to be a boy mom, but I think you're gonna have a daughter. Hold on. Your mother is so loving. Hang on. She like keeps coming up to you and like grabbing you and having you like cry on her shoulder. It's just like, it's okay. It's okay. She adores you. Hold on. Come here, mom. What happened with you? Did she end up having like a form of cancer?
No.
Really? She says that she watched her go down to nothing. That's why. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Hold on. She keeps talking about being difficult. She keeps talking about it being hard. She keeps talking about going like, and so for me, I don't know what else that would be. Let me figure that out. Hang on, let me ask her. She keeps showing me atrophying too. So I don't know what would make us atrophy. Hang on. Give me a second. She keeps talking about she goes, I was just having a hard time. So I want to ask you why. And then she talks about turning into an angel. Cool. But why? Keeps talking about people worrying about her. What happened with her? Those are all of my signs for that. What happened with her?
She was struggling with a high functioning opioid addiction.
So it gradually ate her down. I understand. Okay. Interesting. I was thinking at the same time it would be something like meth, but I didn't get any teeth. I didn't get any of my patches on my face, nothing like that. And so I'm like, this feels kind of druggy, but it's not what I'm used to, you know? Yeah. It's much more harsh normally. So she's a lot softer. Oh, so that's why she said it's like a cancer because it eats you away, including your mind. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that more. Hang on. Did you finally just allow her to be? You just kind of like let her be in her. Yeah. Hold on. She keeps talking about trying to quit and then acting like her heart was going to explode. So she would have like really bad shakes or something. She's talking about how she end up, now this is weird. Did she end up like taking too many and not waking up, or is it like a mix? Yeah.
She took too many and fell asleep, and she never woke up.
I go, what happened? Because a lot of times when they get out of, oh wow. She's an angel. She's okay. This is one of the first ones that I have had that hit. My brain's very confused right now. This is like a new thing for me. This is we're going to talk about this on live. This is a new thing for me. Not all the names, but just how I think she was suffering with it for so long and she didn't have a way out, but she's not completely desperate and stealing and all of that. She's just at a point where, wow. She said, I go, what happened with you with this? I said, did you have an overdose? Did you have a heart attack? What is that? And she says, I just took too many and didn't wake up. I go, oh, okay. She says that she loves you so much. She's so sorry. I think that's why she's so loving. She's trying to make it up. She's trying to make it up to you. She says that you have two siblings. Is it you and one other person?
Yes, and adopted sibling as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. because she says it's for the kids, and then she puts you as your own entity, but then she takes one. It's almost like either that they were very, very difference in age or difference in, okay. She's telling me that she was taught, maybe she made an excuse for saying she had fibromyalgia.
No.
What is that about?
She did have back problems, but they were exaggerated a little bit, I feel.
Okay. She goes like this. I said, so what made you start taking them? And she goes, I hurt. And I go, okay, well, what's up with that? And then she makes me feel like burning all the way down my shoulders and my arms and like down here. And for me, burning is like fibromyalgia. And she says, well, I would say this, or I would say that I had this or this type of condition or something, but I was exaggerating or I was making it bigger than it was. Kind of like when people walk in and they just want pain pills and they go, oh my God, I was diagnosed with this, right? But they have nothing. That's kind of what this is. Hang on. She feels very lonely too. She's a wonderful person, but she feels lonely. She says it like got me through my loneliness. Hold on. You were her whole world. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what she says. Okay. I go, what do you mean lonely? Lonely. And she says, with you, she says, when she's growing up, she's moving on. She says, she's my whole world. And she's talking about it crashing down and it's hard for her to deal with. And so it's like this vicious cycle as well of not only pain, not only addiction, but also watching this walk away. She won. Has she been gone for more than 5 years?
No.
Really? Okay. Weird. She talks really well for being gone. Shorter than that. Let me see. One. I feel like she'd be okay. This is very generic, but I don't want you to think it is because they don't talk about this in my sessions a whole lot ever. She says, I'm the one going around putting up like the 1111. So that's not a normal thing because that's too generic for me, but she's walking up and she's going like that. And I'm like, okay, so maybe she's the one doing like the matching numbers. I'm cool with that. I may usually say that's the universe, but she can be this way this time. She what? Hold on. Where? Trees and the forest. Okay, so what? Where? Hang on. She goes, oh, it's beautiful. I go, what? She goes, I live in the trees, in the forests. She says, she has the sweetness of somebody that's from like Tennessee, South Carolina, but she's not from there at all. Is she from like Northern California?
Southern. Southern California.
Okay. Yeah, they both have that because they're really, really nice. They're really quick. They're like, like that. Okay. Cool. She won. She keeps apologizing. She says, I won't mean to leave you. I'll never leave you. I'll never leave you. This is very random, and I don't know why you would. Do you have her pill bottles, like empty ones?
No.
Weird. Yeah. Yeah. She shows me pill bottle with a twist cap. She shows me her name and she gives them to you. But there's nothing in them. Hold on. Were you partially supporting her, like financially?
It was
Yeah.
the opposite.
Okay. Okay. She goes and this is why I'll show you what she did in my head. She goes and she puts herself in an apartment in my head for some reason. I don't know why. She puts herself in like an apartment in my head. She puts herself laying on the couch and then she puts you coming in and saying like, here, mom, I'll help you, or here, mom, I'm gonna help you, or something like that. So I'm like, are you partially supporting her? I don't know. That for me is financial. Come here. What? She was already dead by the time we found her. So there's nothing we could do to get her back. One. Did she end up taking a nap? Was it just a nap she went down for?
No, they were getting ready for bed, and they just went to sleep.
Went to sleep and then she never got back up again. Okay, okay. She goes, I was only going to be down for a quick, like I was only going to be down for a little bit. And I'm like, okay, so it's nap. Hold on. What? She is worried about everything changing around her. She's worried about everything switching up. I feel like in a way that maybe she was like stuck for a little bit in that room because she was nervous about not waking up. It's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like that type of thing. Everybody's moved out of that house that she was in. Where she passed at?
Nope, they're still there.
They're still there. Okay. Because she keeps like she comes into your house, but then she goes back into this small, tiny room in my head for some reason. That's just what it looks like here. And it's almost like that's her place where she stays while she tries to figure things out. So it's almost like she's fractured in a way. Like part of her is up, she's okay, but then there's a part of her that's sad and disappointed. But I think that your love, your care, your kindness has evolved and like, I don't know. Hang on. She keeps saying there's no excuse, there's no excuse, there's no excuse. She keeps talking about, hold on. She had everything set up just the way she liked it. She was a really put together woman. Like she was a very put together person in my head. This is not typical for me at all, which is good. Hold on. Whenever you're at your house and you're like making dinner or you're sitting in the living room, not in the bed, um, now this is going to be random because it is mom, and I think you'll notice it more later on. Do you ever sit there and she just randomly pops in your head and then you automatically get really, really, really sad? Not like normal sad, like, oh, I miss my mom sad, but just like you have a feeling of sadness?
Yeah.
Do you ever get that? Okay. So that's her. And it's not like, oh, I'm thinking about them for a little bit and then I'm sad because she's not here. It's like you get them like that back to back. So that's her. She feels she tries to go up to high vibe, which is heaven, and she's okay. She's getting there. She's not in a bad spot at all. But I think she feels very embarrassed and she loves you and she tries to make it up to you. And so when she shows up, it can cause those two effects. And she just keeps talking about how you'll look through her. You don't mean to because you can't see her. You'll look through her, or here's the phone, boom, and like you walk by, like hold on. Are you in Oregon or Washington?
Washington.
You're in Washington. Okay. They keep showing me Dungeness crab, and I'm like, I know that they're on both sides of that state. They're right there. Okay. It's my favorite freaking thing. Do you live in the forest?
No, so she passed in the forest. She was camping and she passed.
Oh, no wonder. Really? Oh, no wonder she's in a one room small thing because it's freaking, she was in a tent when this happened?
In RV, yeah.
An RV. Oh, so that's why I've never had anybody die in an RV before. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like a one bedroom apartment. Like that's what it looks like. Interesting. Hold on. She was camping, so she's in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Huh. Wow. What? Was it Percocet?
She thought that she had bought Percocet, but it turned out to be fentanyl.
Oh.
Yeah.
He just showed me a round pill, like 10-325 with Percocet on top of it. I've had a million surgeries. I know what those look like. She what? nobody ever found the person that she got him from, and nobody was ever like taken to court or anything like that. Yeah. Sometimes they find him. Sometimes they find him. Hang on. She keeps sending you smiley faces in text over and over again. Like if at the very end of a sentence it's like the 2 dots and then like a smile. That's just she keeps sending you in my head over and over again. Hold on. I've never seen that before. What? She keeps talking about love, loving you over and over and over and over again. Yeah, your mommy is okay. This sucks. Like absolutely sucks. She's not a bad person. She just had a thing that she didn't know how to deal with. Um, I didn't know how to get out of it, but she's not a bad person. This is like one of the first people that I've read that passes like this, and they're not completely stuck like in this middle area. Yeah, there's kind of sadness, but it's not like it normally is, and I'm really, really happy with that. Can you show me one? Did we end up cremating her?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, cool. I go, can you tell me anything else? And she shows me flowers like this. And then she goes, poof. And I was like, all right, we're cremating her. And she's talking about how, hold on. I kind of want her to be spread, but I want everybody else to have like little silver hearts of her or something like that. Like
Oh
I
my
want them to
gosh.
like hold. What is
She's
that about?
she's I have her necklace, it's a heart. It has her ashes in it.
She goes like this. She shows me silver heart. You can see the metal, the glare, and then she goes like this. And I go, okay, so you're holding her. Oh, I love your mom. She loves you. That's why she keeps sending you hearts too, baby. Um, yeah, she's whenever you go camping, if you ever go camping and you go in the forest, I want you to know that she's there with you. I don't think does your I'm gonna call him husband. Does your husband not like to camp?
No, he does. He loves to camp.
Does he? Okay, okay. Mine doesn't. That's why I was like, no, I want you to, oh man, she keeps showing me lightning bugs. I want you to camp in the forest and I want you to have moments with her and I want you to light a fire and I want you to just, that's where she's at. That's where she's at. She's in that little area. She'll come out. Hold on. She has her hair up in like a thing like that in my head and she's all kind of like sweaty and stuff. And I'm like, it's okay. And what?
Oh my gosh.
What?
She sent me a picture an hour before she died, and that's how she looked. She had
Really?
and she was sweating because it was so hot.
That's what she looks like in my head right now. She has her hair up like this, and you can tell that she's sweating because there's like little like wet little pieces of hair kind of on it. And yeah, that's how she looks right now in my head. So she's still in that timeline. It's
She sent
okay.
me
She's not gone. She's not gone, baby, at all. She loves you. So what I want to teach you, um, I want to teach you how to feel her.
Okay.
Okay, and feel it better. So she will be somebody that will be able to do this. This is what I do with my daddy because he's dead. This is what I do with my sister because everybody's dead except for a couple people here. So she'll be able to do this because there's love. So what I want you to do is when we get off this call in a couple of minutes, I want you to take a moment and either have a good breather and a good ugly cry. Both of those are important because it's about releasing. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to call her in. She's already here, but say, Mom, can you just in your head, Mom, can you be with me for a second? And just close your eyes for a little bit. And then what you do is you go, Mom, I want to create a sign or a symbol for you to me. That way I know that you're here. And what I want you to do is I want you to choose something random, not like a stupid coin, not like a feather, please. We want something legit, okay? So I want you to do something you don't think you'd ever see. Like maybe do like her name, maybe if it's not a calendar, right? Or do like choose a breed of dog that you'd never see, like a pug, or I mean, I don't see those here. And so or a color or a song. And what you do is you see it in your mind's eye. So you close your eyes, and you see it in your head, and you go in your mind, you go, all right, Mom, this is the sign, this is the symbol, this is the item that is going to be our sign for one another. And when I see this, I'll know it's you. Now, what you do is you give them a timeline, though, because you got to tell them when you want to see it. Okay, because that way they can bring it out. So you go, I want to see this in the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay, and so it's a knowing. You send it out, you visualize it, you see it, you ask, and then after that, you write it down somewhere, or you text your boyfriend, or you message somebody what it is, just like, Super Mario World. I don't know. And people are like, what is that? You're like, you'll see later. And then you go about your normal daily life, and then it'll show up. It will show up in front of you. Somehow it will be there, and you'll go, oh my God, holy shit, how did that get there? You take a picture of it, you message it to the person, and that way you go, oh my God, I did message them too. Wow. And then you go, oh my God, they're there. And she goes, wow, she finally knows that I'm here. Thank you. Like that. Okay. And so then what happens after that is that the next night you tell her thank you for doing that, and then you change your sign. You change it. Okay, so let me give you a little, and let me give you a little show on how this works. So my dad, one of the things that I like to do with him is, some people say they like butterflies. For my father, I figured out that we do moths, so MOTHS. So it was about a month ago, and I was getting ready to book my little summer vacation with my son and my husband. And I was deciding on two places. I was deciding on the Catskills in upstate New York, or we were going to go to Yellowstone. This was before it flooded. Okay. And so I'm on Airbnb and I'm looking at both. And my husband's like, well, do you want to go to one or the other? I said, I don't know, but I guess I'll figure it out. And so that evening I'm laying in bed and I asked my dad, and I go, Dad, tell me which one I need to go to. I said, this one or this one. And I go, I really like both. I went to bed. Woke up the next morning, I go and I'm getting ready to go to the gym, and I have on a gym outfit with a yellow top and pink bottoms, right? You're just like, okay, why is she showing me that? So I go and I'm walking down the stairs, and I'm going out to my car, and I turn, and on the side wall of my condos, by the way, we're in Texas, like down near Galveston, there is a hot pink and yellow moth. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Sorry. So it's hot pink and yellow. Oh, here's a better picture of it. Sorry. And have you ever seen one of those? It looks fake. No, it's a real thing. That's my finger. And so I'm like, that's weird. So I pick it up, I look at it, I put it back down, it flies away, and I get in the car. And I'm like, pink and yellow moth. And it says only exists in the Catskills in upstate New York. Will not come below Pennsylvania because it's too hot and they die, and they only live on the sap of maple trees. So when, up there. So why is it on the side of a building in the early morning at 6:30, right when I walk down, I'm wearing the exact same outfit. Okay. So I take that as a sign. I go and I book my Airbnb. And as soon as we get up there, like that Saturday, well, that's when Yellowstone flooded.
Wow, that's amazing.
So but you have to just go with it. And I was like, but if I didn't stop and investigate, I would never know. But everything works out. So you don't have to search. You just go about and it will end up showing up. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Do you have any questions for me at all, my dear?
I don't.
No. Okay. Well, just number one, if you think of any, let me know. Okay. Number two, I want you to tell her thank you and that you love her. I know this is not a hug. I know this is not physical, but this is just another way for you to understand that your mom is still with you and she loves you and she's going to be there. And with this, especially the sign thing, she's so fucking great. She'll be able to do it. It won't be an issue. Okay. And then email me and let me know. I always get emails of people going, oh my God, it worked. I'm like, yeah, of course it fucking worked. That's what they do. Right. So yeah. So email me. You got it?
I will email all
right.
you.
I love you, Amanda. Good luck.
Thank you.
What? Bye, honey.
That's okay. I was just going to ask about the recording. Can I get the
I'm sending it to you tomorrow morning.
Perfect.
You'll get it tomorrow morning. Yep.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.